Hello, good morning. December 13th. Let's see what are the news is there. Okay, troubled urban cooperative banks. No, the issues with banks like Maharashtra, Punjab Bank, and several other cooperative banks has been having large impact on Indian economy as well. So we have to identify what are the issues with urban cooperative banks. Issues, its impacts, and way forward. But then this is not a huge topic that is required to be studied in detail. So you can one or two points here and there. That's good enough, because banking sector is essential one, but urban cooperative banks is a small segment within the banking sector. So that is what required. So read and read diligently, not too much, but not too less. Now understand what is Kashi Vishwanath corridor, prelims perspective, culture, connect ancient temple to the banks of the Ganges. That's it. And then the editorial page, couple of good editorials. Freedom and Power, it talks about the democracy and on the context of democracy summit and the need for democracy to be more qualitative than just number. So read into a couple of these things, and overview majoritism, that's up. So you will understand what are some of the issues that democracy is facing today. So this would be, I don't think this would be important for GS as such. Essay, it would be a critical one, and then IR, a few matches would be there. So this, since the democracy summit is being talked about a little bit much, you can have a interconnector read about it with respect to GS, and then essay. I think it will be a nice topic with respect to essay, democracy and the quality of it. Then Julian Assange thing, it's a routine news. I don't think we have much to do with that. The evolution and framing of the constitution is a good topic. It gives you a picture. Now, although we read Lakshmikant, we often miss out few things, like we does not understand the full picture. So Ambedkar, Nehru, pedestals on accountability. What is it talking about the accountability of different institutions, especially judiciary? So that would be a nice article. And in fact, PDT Ajari has been the secretary of Lok Sabha. So very knowledgeable person, expertise. So read that. This is a good article. Stepping stones in post-pandemic world for in the global economic arena. So data. It talks about data areas to look into, changing how the world is changing. So again, nice article. But these articles are not specifically about one topic per se. You can say GS3 economics, things like that. But in totality, these are articles which gives you international perspectives into several of the topics that you deal with. For example, science and technology, environment, international relations, science and economic development. So all these things have its own overlapping with this thing. So whenever you are understanding global thing, try to understand where all can I apply this knowledge. What is the relevance of this knowledge or this topic with respect to the different GS topics that we have in our syllabus. So think in that way. Then Manipur Assam wanted to retain ASPA. See why that is. So you get a different perspective of ASPA. When we are saying ASPA is not required, does the need for ASPA can be taken from the stance taken by these states. So that's a different perspective, different take on the issue. Very good. Section 124, sedition and its misuse, Supreme Court taken. So we are continuing with that news of 124A. So if you haven't prepared already, make sure you make a note on sedition law in India. Then sedition law vs freedom of speech. That's the one thing that is often curtailed. Freedom of speech is affected by sedition law. We have several examples. A poet being put under sedition law in Tamil Nadu, and the numerous other examples. So read into that. This article, I don't think it's about the Kashi Vishwanath project. Not much to read it. And 71 what reflects folio of partition. Not much to read it. Then X400 is back again, a symbol of Indian sovereignty. But basically, it will be talking about India, US, Russia, that conundrum with respect to S400. So I don't think there's much there here, but just read it, get a sense. That's all. I always felt international relations have a huge overlapping in newspaper than the questions that is being usually asked. So we can, some of these news we can just Just read through quickly, that's all. Now what is G7? What membership, India's role, etc. need to be addressed. Tigray, identify the location of Tigray. It's a conflict area, famine affected area, etc. What is 13th Amendment? So what's the context of it? Sri Lanka, and why 13th Amendment? So understand the basic details about 13th Amendment, right? Moving forward, making sense of Kerala. It's not a hugely important article, I must say. It's basically about the Kerala model, but just read it if you have time. But beyond that, UPSC significance limited, but interview significance is there. Whenever when we are going, you guys are going to go for interview, there's always a question on probable question on Kerala model. Is it sustainable? What's the secret of what's the logic of Kerala model? What is Kerala model? So this kind of questions can be there. So it's better to understand your state. So you can read that. Similarly, the feudal cloud kingdom is talking about the Amazon cloud storage and other few, Microsoft and others few monopolizing the cloud storage facility and the related things. So you don't have to read about the cloud kingdom specifically, but the big techs and their monopoly is a topic that is constantly under discussion these days. So maybe you can expect a question in science and technology, or again essay. So sometimes UPSC deals with these larger issues in the essay segment, where you have space to write things in a more detailed manner. So that's good for it. Feudal kingdom, understand that. Develop perspective. More of a sudden you have to develop POV's perspectives in these particular issues. All right, that's it for today. Study well. Have a nice day.